In the serene town of Elderspring, the McAllister family appear to have it all. A successful attorney, a beloved school teacher, and their two lovely children. But beneath this picture-perfect facade lay a web of deceit, betrayal, and cold-blooded murder. This is the chilling story of Laura McAllister, a wife and mother who turned to poison and betrayal. Join us as we unravel the dark tale of a woman who murdered her own family with cyanide and escaped without a trace. Welcome to our channel where we delve into the most shocking true crime stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. In the quaint, peaceful town of Elderspring, the McAllister family was the epitome of success and happiness. Jonathan McAllister, a respected attorney, his wife Laura, a beloved school teacher, and their two children, Emma and Jacob, lived in a beautiful Victorian house on Maple Street. The McAllisters were known for their warmth, their community involvement, and their seemingly perfect lives, but behind closed doors a sinister plan was brewing. Laura McAllister had always been the perfect wife and mother, or so it seemed. Beneath her calm and loving exterior, she harbored dark secrets and desires. Years of feeling undervalued and overshadowed by her successful husband and demanding children had festered into a toxic resentment. Laura began to crave freedom, a life where she was the center of her own world, unburdened by the expectations of her family. Her plan was meticulous. She knew she needed a method that was undetectable, a way to eliminate her family without raising suspicion. After months of research, Laura decided on cyanide, a deadly poison that could be easily masked in food and drink. The first to go was Jonathan. One Friday evening, as he sipped his favorite scotch, Laura watched him closely. She had dissolved a small amount of cyanide into his drink, ensuring it would take effect slowly. Jonathan complained of a headache, then nausea. Laura feigned concern, urging him to lie down. By morning he was dead and the coroner ruled it a heart attack, a common enough occurrence for a man in his mid-40s with a stressful job. Next, she turned her attention to Emma and Jacob. Laura's heart pounded with a mix of fear and excitement as she prepared their breakfast one bright Sunday morning. Pancakes, syrup, and a side of orange juice, each laced with just enough cyanide to ensure a painless, swift end. The children, trusting and innocent, ate without hesitation. By afternoon they were both gone, their deaths attributed to a mysterious foodborne illness. With her family gone, Laura played the role of the grieving widow and mother to perfection. Friends and neighbors rallied around her, offering condolences and support. No one suspected the grieving widow was a cold-blooded killer. Laura meticulously went through the grieving motions. She arranged heartfelt memorials, accepted tearful embraces, and listened to endless condolences. She even shed real tears, perhaps the result of her inner turmoil rather than true grief. To everyone in Elderspring, Laura was a picture of sorrow and strength, a woman who had lost everything but still stood tall. Days turned into weeks, and Laura began to feel the freedom she had longed for. She sold the house and moved to a different town, adopting a new identity. The deaths of the McAllister family remained a tragic mystery, unsolved and uninvestigated. In her new town, Laura reinvented herself. She took on a new name, a new background, and even a new career. She became Lisa Thompson, a successful interior designer with a keen eye for detail. She traveled, made new friends, and indulged in luxuries she had never known. Her life was everything she had dreamed of. She was finally the protagonist of her own story. However, despite her outward success, a shadow loomed over her heart, a darkness that could never be entirely erased. The guilt of her actions, though buried deep, would resurface in quiet moments, haunting her with the memories of the family she had once loved. She often found herself thinking about Jonathan, Emma, and Jacob, wondering what their lives would have been like if she had chosen a different path. These thoughts plagued her, manifesting as insomnia and frequent nightmares. She saw their faces in her dreams, accusing and sorrowful. The perfect life she had created felt increasingly hollow and suffocating. As the years passed, Laura's secret remained safe, hidden behind a mask of normalcy. She had succeeded in her plan, leaving no trace of her heinous crime, yet the price of her freedom was a heavy burden, a silent killer in its own right, slowly consuming her soul from within. Laura's new friends occasionally remarked on her somber moods and distant stares, but she always deflected their concerns with a smile or a joke. No one suspected the depths of her inner torment. She became skilled at wearing a mask of contentment, hiding the cracks beneath. In her solitude, Laura would sometimes sit with old photo albums, reminiscing about the life she had destroyed. She justified her actions repeatedly, convincing herself that she had been left with no choice. But deep down, she knew the truth. She had chosen her own selfish desires over the lives of those she had once sworn to love and protect. In the end, Laura McAllister became a prisoner of her own making, trapped by the darkness she had unleashed. The perfect crime had granted her the life she desired, but at the cost of her own humanity. She was free, but forever haunted by the ghosts of her past, an invisible chain that no amount of distance or time could ever break. Her freedom was her prison, her guilt her constant companion. Laura McAllister, now Lisa Thompson, lived a life of luxury and success, but her soul was forever scarred by the weight of her crimes. No one would ever catch her, but she would never escape the relentless pursuit of her own conscience. Laura McAllister's story is a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors. Her actions left a trail of devastation and sorrow, forever haunting her despite her freedom. Though she was never caught, her conscience became her prison, a relentless reminder of the lives she destroyed. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the depths of true crime. If you found this story compelling, please give us a thumbs up, leave a comment and share your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe for more tales of intrigue and mystery. Stay tuned for more chilling stories. Until next time, stay safe and vigilant.